Very good morning to all. It is a pleasure to be with you, from my Economy and Finance channel. I hope you are feeling very well and are ready to acquire new knowledge in this very important field. Today we will talk about what is trading. Let's start. When we want to address a topic, one way to analyze it is through the meaning of the word. The word trading is an Anglicism, like many others, since it is a word that comes from the English language, and is used in Spanish. The meaning in Spanish is trade. But when we want to further specify the meaning based on a context, such as in finance, we can say that trading is an activity based on the purchase and sale of financial assets, in order to obtain a return or profit. But a doubt that sometimes arises is what difference this word, which means commerce, has with the word investment. Investment, or the act of investing, refers to buying an asset to obtain a return on it, that is, a return. In the case of financial investments, this refers to financial assets. But then, at first glance they seem similar terms, but, in general, in the financial field, trading is related to the short and medium term, and to a purely speculative activity through the financial markets. This entails a greater number of entries and exits of that asset, depending on how short the operation term is. In the case of investment, it is considered that the asset that generates profitability is placed for the long term. Also, a definition that is not usually very exact is what types of terms exist in trading and investments. In general, the short term is considered between less than 1 year, medium term greater than 1 year and up to 3, and the long term greater than 3 years. This definition can also be found, but instead of 3 years, the medium term starts at 5. But it is also important to keep in mind that, in my opinion, the short term is in turn subdivided into various smaller terms, and that knowledge of these terms allows us to define the different types of trading. To define the types of trading, one can find several classifications, but I will give the main ones. These are: Day trading. Day trading consists of opening a position and closing it on the same day. It requires a greater connection with the screen, that is, you have to pay more attention to the screen than a trader with a longer term. Scalping. The English word scalper means in Spanish, speculator. The latter, it is not only reserved for the scalper as a trading style, but as we saw previously, a trader is also a speculator. But, the characteristic of this type of traders is that they operate in very short terms, minutes or seconds, and require a very great dependence on the monitor to analyze their operations, even greater than in the case of day trading. Swing trading. In this case, the periods that are usually taken into account for trading are usually within the framework of days or weeks. It is a somewhat more relaxed style where it is not necessary to be so aware of the screen all the time. These, I understand, are the main characteristics or ways of operating in trading. However, there are others, such as those people who operate with news, that is, they wait for the appearance of some type of news to operate based on it. We could also consider another way of trading, which is through the long term. In this case, as we have talked about previously, we could consider it as a long-term investor. For this last case, it is important to mention that this type of investors generally use what is called fundamental analysis to carry out their operations, a term that we will later explain, as well as the term technical analysis that will also be the subject of study in the next materials you create. However, although this type of investors uses fundamental analysis primarily, that does not mean that they do not use technical analysis, since the latter is very useful to consider the moments of entry into financial assets, as well as the moments of exit. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell, giving it a like, and sharing with friends and family, so they can benefit from our economic information and our financial tips. Have a great day, and see you in the next video.